Good morning, River Birch Elementary, and welcome to Monday, June 15th, 2020. Boys and girls, my name is Mrs. Gorgas, and I'm your assistant principal.
I'm Mrs. Pickens, and I'm the instructional coach.
We have some news you could use this morning on our summer news edition. First, let's start with announcements. Boys and girls, we have not seen our yearbooks yet. Mr. Kingery is in touch with our yearbook company, and several other Avon schools are still waiting for theirs too. We promise that we'll let you know as soon as they arrive. One thing I also want everyone to know is that the River Birch office is closed for the summer. So if you need anything, you can call the school and leave a voicemail. We check in often, but the office is closed for the summer. All right, let's focus on our habit of the week. This week, it's habit 5. Seek first to understand, then to be understood. One of the most important things I think, Mrs. Pickens, about habit 5 is really knowing what empathic listening is. Empathic listening means that you're listening first before you respond, and you understand that maybe it's not about getting your point across, but it's really listening to the person who's talking. What do you think?
You know, that reminds me of something I saw this week that said there's a difference between hearing and listening. I can sit and talk with you and I can hear you, but to really listen means I understand what you're saying, and I'm really tuned into what you are saying and what you are feeling. So I think this is a great habit, especially as we're all, still at home with each other, and it gets hard sometimes to get along, and that seek first to understand is really, really important.
I agree. All right, let's talk about summer learning opportunities. Mrs. Pickens, we have a new club starting today. Tell us about it.
That's right. Mrs. Russell's Lego Club is starting this week. She will post the weekly challenge on Mondays, and then you can join her on Thursdays at 2 o'clock on Zoom to share your Lego creations. And I don't know, she may just have a on the spot challenge. I don't know. You just never know until you tune in on Thursday at 2 o'clock.
That sounds fun. I know our Thursdays are full of clubs. So Fridays, I think, have some experiences too. So don't forget to check out that summer experience calendar. That's that first link on our Schoology site, and it'll show you everything that's going on. Speaking of one of the clubs, this was a picture of Travel with the Gens from Talon Stream Park in Plainfield. And they shared this picture with us from their adventure on Friday. Remember, you can join them on Fridays via Zoom as they travel around Hendricks County, showing you and your families places that you can go to be safe and still have fun outside. There are a couple of things that the Gens told us about this park. Do you want to hear them, Mrs. Pickens?
Yes, I've never even heard of this park.
First, there's a trail that takes you all the way back to White Lick Creek. And there's a swing that goes over the creek. And so I think Mrs. Pletcher got adventurous with the swing. If you're interested in learning more about that, you should join their Zoom on Friday. So we'll start bringing you some information from our clubs as we see them happening, but that's Travel with the Gens. Make sure you join them on their Zoom calls on Fridays. Oh, next is the bucket list.
Yes. Last week it was a family camp out, backyard camping, and this week's adventure is a bike ride on the B&O Trail. Now, I know for my family, we don't live near the B&O Trail, and it would be kind of hard for us to pack up our bikes and get there. There are 5 of us, and we don't have a big enough car to get our bikes there. So if you don't live near the B&O Trail, find a place to ride your bike. That's it. Find a place to ride your bike. And I believe Ms. Kopke is hosting this week's Zoom for the bucket list. So get out there and ride your bike.
Bike riding is a lot of fun, especially with the beautiful weather we've been having. It hasn't been too hot, and there's a little bit of breeze to keep everyone cooled off. Don't forget, boys and girls, Mr. Kingery is hosting a Zoom call this evening to talk about the backyard campout experience. So have your parents or your family members check out the invitation that was sent in Parent Square with the details. All right, summer reading goals, boys and girls, congratulations. We're up to 62 books read this summer. Like we said last week, I'm pretty sure that we're reading more books than that. We just haven't put that goal, that link in our, or those numbers in our link yet. So as of right now, River Birch, we have 738 books to reach our summer reading goal of 800 books read. I know we can do it. Keep the reading, keep up the reading. Oh, we've got lots of birthdays, Mrs. Pickens. How about you read the first column? I'll read the second.
Gladly. Happy birthday this week to Daniel, Eminette, Chase, Vivian, Zion, Eliza, and Ryan.
And then following that is Andrew, Marin, Bridget, Malat, and Riselin, Olivia, Mason, and Nathan. Boys and girls, we hope you have a happy birthday this week. Enjoy your special day, and we can't wait to see you soon. All right, I have added this for us, Mrs. Pickens. Last week, we had a brain teaser about jelly beans, and Nora Meyer responded. I would like for you to share what she said on the news.
Nora, thank you so much for answering our question, our brain teaser. So Nora answered about jelly beans. The question was, would you rather have this many jelly beans and give this many away, or this many? And so you really had to think hard. And so Nora says, my answer depends. Are they regular jelly beans or Jelly Bellies? I do not like Jelly Bellies because the popcorn ones are disgusting, and I always end up with a popcorn one in my mouth, and that makes me want to throw up. Nora, that cracks me up because the popcorn ones are my favorite. Too funny. So here's her answer. She says, if they are regular jelly beans, she would like to have 364 and give 188 to her friends. Her parents helped her figure that out, and that leaves her with 176 delicious jelly beans. If they are Jelly Bellies, no thanks. My friends can have them all. Nora, this makes me smile. I love your answer. And you really do have to think about both situations for a would you rather. So this week's brain teaser would you rather question is, would you rather have 38 baskets of 12 apples or 40 baskets of 10 apples? Ooh, this one's a little tougher. If you have an answer, you may send that to Mrs. Pickens, Mrs. Gorgas, or Ms. Kopke, and we will put an answer on the news. We would love to have more answers just like Nora's. Keep that brain working this summer.
Absolutely. Well, boys and girls, that brings us to the end of our newscast today. You'll notice that we're missing Ms. Kopke. She is not able to be with us, but everything's fine. She's with her family. Here's what we want you to know. Even though it's summer, the learning still continues. Please keep reading, being creative, playing outside, and enjoying your family and the sunshine. Well, that's it for the news at River Birch, where we learn.
We lead.
So we can grow and make a difference. Have a great day, boys and girls.